Okay, this problem gets a little bit complicated because not only does it have distribution, it's got variables on both sides. So let's start by doing this. Whenever you see a number outside of parentheses, you have to remember that that's distribution. So we're going to multiply here. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times a positive 7 is positive 14. Then I'm going to bring down the 5x minus 1. Now when I look at this, I see that I've got variables on both sides of the equal sign. So I know this one is a positive 5x, and I'm going to put it in a box, and I'm going to move that box over that line by subtracting 5x on each side. So once I come over here to Desmos, because you really need to use your calculators, we don't want anybody making mistakes, 2 minus 5 leaves negative 3x. Bring down my plus 14 and bring down my negative 1. Now, as I look at that, I can just go ahead and solve. I'm going to first get rid of this number that's by itself. All right. Bring down the negative 3x. I subtracted 14 there. Negative 1. I'm going to use my calculator again. Minus 14 is negative 15. All right. Then that's a negative 3 times x, so the opposite of that is division. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my enter button, answer, bring it down, and I'm going to divide by negative 3. And that gives me, I'm going to write it down here, x equals 5. Now, I want everybody to watch carefully how I check this. We're going to start by putting in the first side of the equation, the 2 times x plus 7. Then I'm going to hit my enter button, go to the next line, and I'm going to put in the other side of the equation, 5x minus 1. Then I'm going to try the x that I found, 5. That makes both of these 24. So 24 equals 24. That is true, so that means that my answer is true. Whenever you have variables on both sides, you have to remember that you've got to put both sides of that equation in your calculator, and your x value will make both sides true. Okay? So let's go to the next one and see what we need to do there. This one does not have any parentheses, so that means there's no distribution, but there is combining like terms. So I'm going to come over here and say, all right, I've got a y family and I've got a number family. This first one here is a positive 7y. The second term here is a positive 9. And this last term is a negative 4y. So I'm going to bring down my negative 3 equals, and then I'm going to put my families together. So I'm going to start by taking a positive 7 minus 4. That leaves me with 3 y's. That's what I got here when I put them together. And of course, I don't have any numbers except the positive 9, so I just bring that down. Then we start to solve. We have negative 3 equals 3 times y plus 9. We're going to get rid of that 9 first by subtracting 9 on each side. And then I'm going to come back over here and use my calculator some more. Negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12 equals 3y. Okay, so that's multiplication. To undo it, I'm going to divide by 3. So I'm going to hit enter, click on answer to bring it down, and divide by 3, which gives me y equals negative 4. Excuse me. Sorry. So now I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to show you how to check this. Only one side of my equation has variables in it, so I'm going to type it. 7y plus 9 minus 4y. And I'm going to go down to my next line, and I'm going to put in y equals negative 4. That gives me a solution of -3, which is exactly what's up here. So that means that I did my math correctly. And if you ever get confused when you're solving, you can always use your calculator to help you find the answer as long as you know how to check them. All right, let's go on to our next video.